Would you like to be more productive in your real estate investing endeavors? Hi, I'm Phil Pustiowski with FreedomMentor.com, and in this video, I'm going to share with you a simple way to be more productive. It is going to absolutely revolutionize your ability to get things done. And it's so simple, you're going to think, why haven't I been doing this all along? Think about this for a second. The most successful real estate investors in this country have the exact same number of hours in a day as you do. What's that tell you? That some people are more productive than others. And productivity is a skill. It's not something you're born with. It's not something that's in your genes. No, it's something that you learn, and you're going to learn a great technique that some of the most successful people in the world use to be more productive. And it's probably not what you think. Here it is. Write everything down. Don't try to remember it. You should probably write that down. Write everything down. Don't try to remember it. Or said another way, a short pen is far better than a long memory. That was Confucius who said that in the 500 BC range. A short pen is better than a long memory. What are we talking about here? We're talking about the idea of taking things from your brain and putting them down as an external memory situation or storage place. And the reason why is because, believe it or not, as powerful as our brains struggle mightily with short-term memory. Our brain, and it has been proven by neurological studies, and I learned this from the book Your Brain at Work. You may want to check that out, Your Brain at Work. It says that your brain can only hold about 4 thoughts, active thoughts at the same time. And the author of the book, what he describes is that our prefrontal cortex, which is right in here, which holds our short-term memory, our prefrontal cortex is kind of like a theater where the actors on stage are our thoughts. And the idea is that as you get more actors on the stage, it becomes more and more chaotic. But if you can take actors off stage and put them backstage, and you leave it, less than 4 at any one time, your theater is going to be a lot better. Plus, another thing is that when you take your thoughts from your short term and stick them in the long term, what happens is that allows your subconscious to go to work on those thoughts and create new ideas. And ultimately, being more productive is about using your brain rather than your brawn. It's about getting more done by having creative ideas that help you get things done. And that starts with getting stuff out of your head and written down. Now, where can you write all that down? Where can you put all this stuff? I put it in a system called Evernote. 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 There's another service called Workflowy. It's a Y at the end. WORKFLOWY. Workflowy.com. I like Evernote. Evernote captures your notes, pictures. You can do websites, pages. It can do voice, audio kind of memos and notes, and it's on your cell phone. It can be on your computer, on your tablet, and it all syncs up. And it's free. Evernote is free. It's amazing. So I wanted to see what does that look like for a real estate investor. Let's talk about that for a second. It would be like if you're driving around, you see a for sale by owner, boom, you could take a picture of that, make a note on your phone, and it would be in your Evernote. And then you get a call on the phone from somebody, and it's got some important things that they want you to do, boom, you could make notes really quick. And so constantly you can be putting things into a note. I mean, let's say you see a neat sign on the road that you'd like to use for your marketing ideas. Boom, take a picture of it. Now it's in your notes. I mean, literally everything going on in your daily life, if you spent more of that time throwing things into your Evernote, you would leave more room on your stage to focus and get things done. And that ultimately would help you become more productive. I mean, think if you get a great email or you read a great blog post, you watch a wonderful video like this one. with your Evernote, you can literally make a note so you can get back to that. And you can search your Evernote. You can organize it by tags and by titles and their categories. It's a wonderful, wonderful way to be more productive. And I got to tell you, when I started doing this, it was so freeing, so liberating. I was like, wow! I started coming up with more ideas, and I started to realize how many good ideas came to me each day and went through an email or a phone call. And it was like, wow! All these amazing... Do you realize that this video I'm doing, I wrote this blog article about this concept through Evernote on my cell phone while my wife was shopping in Babies R Us. So while I was sitting there waiting, I was like, this Evernote thing is a really good article. I think real estate investors would like to hear about this. And boom, I just typed it out on my phone. Evernote is amazing. And again, if you like Workflowy better, great. Workflowy doesn't allow for pictures and web pages. It's all just for typing in text. So it does, it doesn't help me there. And also, Evernote works even if you're not an internet range, which seem to be my best ideas happen when that happens. I'm on an airplane or something like that. And I also want to point out this. The most successful people in life are collectors. They're collectors of ideas, strategies, ways of doing things. They're collectors of their own learning lessons, and they're collectors of a certain subject. So I want to encourage you to be a real estate investing collector. That's what I've become. And over the years, we have been extraordinarily successful. And there's been a lot of reasons to attribute to that success. But one of them has been my ultimate commitment to keep collecting good ideas on real estate investing and having a good place to store them all. Now, back in the old days, before they had Evernote, I had some other ways in which I did it, but Evernote just blows them all away. It's the most organized, easy to use, most accessible. And for some of you, you may want to use a pen and paper. You may not be a technology person. But I got to tell you, this thing's with me 24/7. I'm sure your phone's with you 24/7. And so sometimes you don't have a pen and a piece of paper. Plus, once it's on paper, it's hard to search for it. It's hard to organize all that. So I would encourage you with Evernote. And that is your real estate productivity booster, which is write it down, get it out of your head. I recommend Evernote. And for anything and everything going on in a day, it's amazing. When you start writing these good things down and storing it in the right places in Evernote, it's so liberating for you. Now, I will share this with you. When we're doing real estate investing deals specifically, we actually use a real estate CRM software specifically designed for real estate investing. And so if it has to do with the deal I'm working on, phone call comes in, an email, picture of the property, a contract, a fax, anything like that, all goes into my real estate CRM that I work with. But everything else goes into Evernote, including this idea to put this video together. All right, well, I'm Phil Pustiowski with FreedomMentor.com. What we do is we help real estate investors succeed faster and easier than them doing it all themselves and on their own. We're mentors, we're coaches, and we're here to help you be more successful as a real estate investor. Check us out at FreedomMentor.com, and thanks for being on this video.